So we have here EV charger, again, the same similar kind of business model from the previous teams. Manufacturing, it's not like swapping, it's manufacturing business plan. You are going to be a fitter for those swapping business people, right? So we have Harikrishna and Athul going to present this business plan to the panel. We can proceed.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. So, good morning, Menon. Good morning, sir. So, as we all know, the EV industry in our country is boosting day by day, and the government is supporting it very well in every budget. It is a very boosting market we have for EV charging. The major challenge faced by the EV industry is the lack of charging infrastructure across the country. Many big players are actually coming forward to put up charging stations. So the major issue when startups are going to do this is because they have to buy lands and also setting up charging stations, and it is not economically viable to get return just from the investment only, just from the charging part only. Most of the charging station will come with a cafe or an office space or any other commercial parts. The major return will be from that only for a few years. Actually, the market is very booming, but so if we are manufacturing the EV charger, we can. Our business idea is like if you are manufacturing the EV charger, we can target the commercial players like restaurants, malls, etc. And we can provide our charger to them by with a revenue share model, that is a part of the revenue they are earning from our EV charger. We will get a revenue share from that. So that's basically our plan. So we have to set up a manufacturing unit, basically an assembly unit, but we will have our own software and IoT for integrating our application with our EV charger. So we will buy the parts from different vendors, and we will link our IoT and our software with the PLC, and then we integrate the electric charge EV charger unit, and then market it to the players, as I said, the restaurants and other commercial buildings, offices, IT parks, etc. So the market says the Indian electrical vehicle market is very booming right now. As I said already, it is expecting a 24% growth in the coming years from in 2026 and until 2030, as our panel members Shubham Charan said, that the market is going to boom very well in the coming years because of the emission policies of the government and also from world organizations, because India is trying to cut off the emission of the country. So we have done a small SWOT analysis for this. We are trying to bring our model to those commercial players at a low cost. And one of our major USPs is that the IoT we are coming with it, because we are planning for implementing our system in major cities. So we need a route plan. So we have to integrate our charging system with an IoT and our software. And also the revenue share model will be very welcoming by the commercial players, our customers, because they don't have to invest a good amount of money to buy our things. Instead, they can we will get a place to place our chargers, and they will get new customers because we are providing them with a USP, because any vehicle any EV vehicles going that way, they want to charge, they have to stop at that point. They have to stop at that restaurant or mall or any other commercial stations. Our customers, we are trying to say. So the revenue share model, we think, will be very welcoming. The opportunities we have, that is, as I said, the India is a very growing EV market in India. India has, and the taxes, the government of India is providing subsidies uh, in several states. Also, the state governments like Delhi, etc., have cut off the taxes for EV. EV related things, and the increase in fossil fuel costs. As we all know, last year the fuel cost has risen very much. So the most of the people are trying to go for a less expensive, more economic way of transportation. That is basically EV. So we have a very good opportunity for the coming few years. And the weakness part is it will need a high initial investment, as we have to set up a manufacturing unit actually. Even though we don't have to buy heavy machineries for machining, but still we have to set up an assembly unit, a production line, and technicians for electronic technicians, etc. for it. And also we need engineers for integrate IoTs and softwares, integrating IoTs and software, etc. So we need a good amount of human resources for implementing this. And the growth will be slow in the first few years. Actually, the market is we can't see enough EVs in our streets right now, because people are not aware about the infrastructure we are having actually. And the infrastructure is not very good right now. That's where our part comes in. We have to enhance the infrastructure of the EV market, that the charging infrastructure I'm mentioning. So that once the infrastructure is ready, that the people are aware that they can go from one part of one city to another, one part of India to another, like from Coimbatore to Bangalore or Cochin to Bangalore, something. They need enough chargers in their road. So people have to be aware about that, and the infrastructure has to be ready. So so in coming few years, we will see the infrastructure is booming up. So we'll have a slow growth until then. And the threats we are seeing is that the globally there is a semiconductor chip shortages, and our chargers will surely have the PLC boards, and so semiconductor chips are very inevitable. So the chip shortages will affect in a very small manner, because again, and also there is no Indian standard fixed for the charging guns. That is, we are mostly the EV cars use CC3 charging guns right now, but there is not standard fixed yet. So that is also a threat. And the market saturation, actually, after some years, maybe we can't sell this product because most of the country will have a very good infrastructure, and there will not be further growth. That is, we are planning to install our stations. We are planning to install our stations in various parts or various cities, so that it will help in branding also. And so the main marketing strategy we are coming up, that how we will connect with these customers, that we will create a heat map of the EV users in several main cities like Chennai, Coimbatore, Bangalore. Majorly we are focusing on South Indian countries, South Indian cities for now. That is our plan for now. And so we will use data analytics to find out the heat map of the EV users, and we will connect with hot areas that we will find hot, because there are a lot of number of EV users are there, we will connect with the commercial buildings over there, and we will make them aware of the opportunity they're having. We are providing a USP for them also. So we believe that this is a great opportunity, and we will try to conduct online awareness to these players so that they can invest in our EV charger. So we can our products will be AC chargers and DC chargers. AC chargers are usually used in commercial buildings. Like most of the cars, when they buy EVs, they will provide AC chargers with them. So AC charger market is not that great as of now, but we have the product, we have the integrated, but it is a cheaper option because we don't have to bring IoT or integrate our software into it. So it's a cheaper option. So we can go for AC chargers also. We can manufacture it by demand, or we can try for partnership with other EV players or the automobile OEMs. We are segmenting mainly commercial buildings. We will have to go for DC CCS charger and our revenue share model. And we can attract charging stations because people are coming with charging stations nowadays for developing the infrastructure. So we can either sell them our product or can get a lease contract with them.
Can you make it quick? It's already out of time.
Yeah. So
last 1 minute, wrap up.
Yeah. So I couldn't come up with the financial model right now because we are still working on it. So I have to stop my pitch right now. We have limited time only, but I think my idea is clear, and I am waiting for the insights of our panel. Thank you.
That's good, sir. Dr. Mahen, sir, your area again.
Okay, I got a question. Is this for is the what do you call the product you're talking about? Is it for sold to homes as well? Individuals can buy and use it from home to charge their EV product.
So the AC charger we can use it in home because we can't connect because the DC charger needs transformers because it will provide fast charging and it will need more power. So basically for residential buildings or for common individuals, for households, we can sell AC chargers. That is our two products, AC level 2 chargers. Yeah. And
so basically, thank you. So basically, you know, if you are buying EV vehicles or whatever, it'll come with a set of two, right? So you are selling the unit that you are selling is actually is for additional on top of what is provided by the car manufacturers or scooter manufacturer. Is that right?
Yes, sir. Actually, most of the car manufacturers are not really in India. They are not providing the charging infrastructure. Only the showrooms or the service stations infrastructure, or actually many energy companies like Tata Power in India or Sion Static, that type of companies are coming up with ideas like this. But most of their charging stations. So as I said, it is not economically viable to just put a charging station without a commercial because a restaurant, we have to put a restaurant or a cafe with it so that we can get an additional revenue stream from it.
Right. Because in Malaysia, if you buy an EV car, it comes with what they call the charging cables and the sockets and all that. So you just need to plug it to your home power source. So that's the reason I'm asking. Okay, coming back to the real question here now. The thing is, you are actually, you know, competing with in real term with China, right? China is already ahead in that game. They have, of course, a lot more EV cars on the road and all that. So now the question here is, can you compete with China when they are selling their products not only for domestic use, but also in the international market? So that's one of the things that you have to think through, right? And in terms of pricing, in terms of quality, in terms of volume and so on and so forth, they can flood the market very easily. They have the capabilities, they have the expertise, they have the experience, they have, just name it, everything. Yeah. So if you are going into this market, then you must be able to have the muscle power to basically fight with them, right? So that's basically a thing. It's a very future industry. That's how the industry is going to shape up in the future. You know, it's a future, you know, but there's a lot of challenges.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Anyway, I think you guys have done quite a bit of research. That is good. And, you know, I'm sure if you put in a lot more effort and a little bit more thoughts into it, then you can work it out. The financial modeling for this would be very, very critical, because you need to know what your competitors, particularly in China, Taiwan, are selling.
So,
yeah. That's all I have. Thank you.
thank you, sir.
Dr. Suhail, you can stop sharing so that visible.
I will agree with Dr. Mahen, what he said is right. And they have mentioned their financial planning or modeling is not completed yet. So while you're doing your financial modeling, you need to see whether importing from China and manufacturing in India, which one is cost effective. So you can plug into this. Overall, it was good. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Suhail and Dr. Mahendran. And thanks for the presentation, guys. And work on the areas where you have to really work on. We'll come back.
Yes.